Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Nightmare Frames. So in the last episode we visited the local church and talked to Father Adamson, I think was his name, and he told us that how he had buried Edward Keller when he died to the local mausoleum in the cemetery here. And then we also visited the house where he resided at, and we didn't find the film, but we found something that seemed to be his video diary in a sense, and he seemed to have some sinister plans. Actually, I have a theory here. Remember that high school fire that people have mentioned here ever since we came to this town? I believe that he was the one who caused the fire. He wanted to kill all those people inside as a sacrifice to something, maybe Satan himself, I don't know. But that's my theory right now. And as for what we need to do right now, well, we need to get to the cemetery here, because we have the key for the mausoleum. The key is attached to a label on which the words Mr. Keller's crypt are written. So that's where we need to go to, but we can't just waltz in there because this guy is guarding the gate here. Well, let's start by talking to him. Maybe we can sway him. Willie. How could I get into the cemetery? Do you really believe that there is a ghost in the cemetery? Is there anything I can do for you? Well, do you really believe that there's a ghost in there? In the cemetery? Not in the cemetery, in the mausoleum. And if I can't get rid of her, at least I can make her stay there. And if she gets out of there, we'll all be doomed. She was already cruel when she was alive, so I can't imagine how she will be in death. So you knew her when she was alive? How could I get into the cemetery? You're a law enforcement officer, aren't you? Well, you could say so. Get a warrant, and we would still have to talk it over. Okay, so... Well, I highly doubt that we need to get a warrant. Is there anything else that I can do for you? You're being polite, so I'll let you in, right? Forget it. That won't work on me. Well, crap. This just repeats everything, right? Yeah, it just repeats it. Okay, I guess we are leaving for now. I'll be right here. I don't trust you. Why, thanks. Well, we are a stranger in this small town, so I guess I can't really blame him. What did I click? Weeds are grateful for the large amounts of water they are receiving, so they can grow even more freely. Oh, okay. Part here. Willie also acts as gardener, but only from the inside. That's why the entrance to the cemetery looks neglected and overgrown with bushes and weeds. And it's the same thing here, I take it. And we can't apparently try and climb the wall. Willie Baxter, that's his name. And we just leave this way, right? Yeah, we just leave like that. Okay. We have visited all the locations that are open to us right now, I think. Marsh family house, that's where we were in the last episode. And we still also need to help out Bill Eastman with his wife. But we need some sort of a classical music, a music record of some kind. Actually, let's... Oh, I didn't want to come here, but whatever. Okay, so we have a weight. That's 11 extra pounds for your pockets. Okay, and insecticide. On the label you can read that the product is not harmful to humans, but it may cause eye irritation and make the air unbreathable if used in poorly ventilated rooms. Okay, and pliers. It is a little rusty, but its condition does not compromise its function. Well, that's the main thing. And that's the key. And iron rod. It is barely an inch thick, but it is quite solid and resistant. And there's a typo there. It's resistant with A at the end. But anyway. A window. The small window has no latch and is impossible to close. On stormy days like these, it usually opens violently, causing an annoying noise that drives Father Adamson crazy. That is why he nailed it in place with a board instead of going for the more logical option of installing a latch on the inside. Right. Okay, but so we can't just get to the church as of right now. Sorry, to the cemetery even. The Syriac Gazette, we just came from there, no point to go back there, I don't think. Main Street. What was on the main street? There's a drugstore. Telephone booth, someone is still in there. Hardware store, can't get in there. There is barely enough light inside to perceive any shapes, but you hear the occasional cat meowing. Knocking on every door to get information about Keller is not the most rational course of action. Jenny's fashion. Yeah, okay. Then we just leave. Okay, so there's nothing interesting on Main Street right now. And that one guy is at the bridge here still, I think. What was his name? Robert Saxon. Well, let's see if there's any new dialogue options or something. Okay, so... No, nothing new. I must go. Take care. What about the river here? Oh, the dog is not here anymore. A goose. Geese tend to be very territorial animals. And this one in particular doesn't seem to be having a very good day. No one seems to be having a good day in this place. Be careful, Alan. These animals usually have very strong beaks. Okay. Do you mean to pet it? Be careful with its beak. I want to pet it. You are making the goose angry. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's what we have to do. Well, I guess nothing really happens. Okay. A box. The goose appears to be guarding a small metal box that it probably pulled from the bottom of the river. Okay, so it wasn't here before. Okay, it's yours. Damn. Do we just have to beat it to death? That's kinda gruesome. The goose is not interested in that. Okay, so we have to bribe it away. The goose is not interested in that either. Wait. So we need to get some food for it, I guess. Okay. Well... How about Gordon Daggett? How about we just pick up the axe and kill the damn bird? Gordon Daggett would not be pleased if you took his axe. Well, okay, fine. Milo's diet consisted of chunks of stale bread and the occasional bone from the animals Gordon Daggett butchered. Can we pick up some of this? Piece of bread? Okay, this should be something that the goose would be interested in. Okay, here you go, you oversized bird. Good idea. But in addition to not wanting to get pecked feeding the goose, you want to keep it away from here. Alright? Well, okay. Can we throw it to the river? Are you hungry? Help yourself. Okay. So, what is this? Metal box. Okay. Kinda looks like a shotgun shell ammo box. To the rust that covers the metal, you can barely make out that it is a fishing instrument. Unfortunately, corrosion has sealed the lid shut, and no matter how hard you try, you will not be able to open it with your bare hands. Well, can we use the pliers? You try to use the pliers to open the box, but all you manage to do is scratch it. Maybe you should use something more robust to open it. You remember seeing something in the cell at the police station that might help you. Oh really? Well, thanks game. Thanks for giving me that hint. So let's go to the police station then. I see Bowman is not here yet. Maybe he's still dealing with that one guy who knocked us unconscious with this same metal iron rod here. Okay, so what can we use to open the box with? Hand lever press. A simple tool used to secure components in place in order to work on them. Okay. Be careful when applying force on the lever. You could break something. Well, let's try to use this box on it. Good idea. Although the press is missing a lever to use it. Of course it is. Well, how about this iron rod? The metal rod fits perfectly into the screw hole. Nice. You can now use the press. There we go. You place the box in the press and start turning the lever. It's open. Inside there is only a fishing line spool together with a hook of about 2 inches. Okay. Spool and hook. You estimate that the reel holds about 32 feet of fishing line, enough to reach anywhere from any height. Okay, well I think I have an idea where to use this. So let's just leave. And then we go to the bridge. Because there's some stuff down here, like that looks like a teddy bear to me. There's a small teddy bear trapped among the rocks. Okay, can we get the teddy bear? Damn it, the light is very light, so the wind under the bridge makes it impossible for you to control the hook. Okay, so we need a weight. And it just so happens that we have a weight with excuse me. And it just so happens that we have a weight with us. Excuse me again. Have to clear my throat. Okay, take that. You tie the scale weight to the fishing line. There we go. So we got a very dirty teddy bear. Apart from giving off a strong chemical smell, the stuffed animal is covered with seaweed and mud. Okay. Anything else here? There's some junk. The people of Serena keep complaining about how the factories in Wade Creek used to dump all their waste in the river. The fact that they themselves use the river as a landfill is another story. Anything else that I can... Oh, we don't even have the line and the hook anymore, or even the weight. Okay, so we don't need them anymore. But what to do with the teddy bear? I have no idea. I don't know. Let's go to the Marsh family house real quick. And we still can't go back there, can we? You think it would be wise to search the house in case you missed something, but you are afraid to relive what you saw there. A fear that has nothing to do with old Marsh's apparition, but rather with the nagging feeling that you are probably losing your mind. Okay, so we still won't be going there. At least for now. Okay, well, I don't suppose that you want this teddy bear? You're not going to convince Willie with that. Okay. How about this key? No. I still don't know what this is exactly. Is this like pills? Okay. So we can't really do anything here right now. Is there any reason to go and talk to Gordon Taggett? Well, might as well see if he's home. Gordon Taggett has told you that he is going to get ready to bury his dog. Don't bother him. No, okay, well, that's fair enough. Nothing else that we can pick up from here, is there? There is nothing inside except for traces of hair and the occasional chicken bone. Okay. So, is there any reason to go back here? And watch out that we don't fall back in. Go inside. It's a considerable fall down to the remains of the newspaper, and it's not wise to go back either in case other parts of the floor collapse. Anyway, now you have gotten what you wanted from down there. Why risk it again? Well, yeah, that's true. We don't really need anything else from here. Okay, so what to do with this teddy bear? Should we ask someone about it? Maybe someone knows that. Maybe someone knows that who it used to belong to. Can we ask Father Adamson? Father Adamson is not interested in that. Okay. Can we ask him something else? Father? Yeah. So he didn't shoot a movie here? Nah. Keller, you mean? Do you have a key to the cemetery? Well, we don't really need the key to the cemetery. We don't really need that. Well, let's ask him anyway, since we are here. So do you have the key to the cemetery? Yes, I have one. Can I borrow it? The undertaker won't let me pass. If Willie doesn't let you in, then there's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. His excuse is that there's a ghost haunting the mausoleum. Ah yes, Charlotte Wilkes, or Wilkes. An old local folktale. People said she used to kidnap children in order to... What, eat them? Well, it's a nasty subject and I don't want to go into detail. Those accusations couldn't be proven. She was the wife of Thomas Wilkes, founder of Serena along with Benjamin Jones. She was a powerful woman. No one dared to formally accuse her. They were afraid of her. That's all fine and dandy, but I don't think that's a reason to be barred from entering a public place. I'm sorry, Deputy. If I give you the key, I'll get in trouble with Willie. The Baxters aren't known for their manners, and certainly not for their problem-solving skills. There's nothing I can do for you. I'm sorry. I really am. Okay. So we have to convince Willie somehow. Or just get rid of him. So we have to do something about Willie. How could I get into the cemetery? You're a law enforcement officer, aren't you? Get a warrant, and we would still have to talk it over. Okay, so maybe we have to get a warrant. Okay. Well, I guess we all have to go to the police station. Let's see. Can we even make our own warrant? File cabinet. You do not wish to waste your time again. Box. You have looked through the papers and there is nothing to help you in your search for Edward Keller. Bulletin board. There is nothing else on the bulletin board that you want to take. A hanger. Nothing else on the hanger. Coffee maker. No, 1 cup was enough. It's the worst coffee you have ever had in your life, but you needed your daily dose of caffeine after waking up. Can we call someone? This is Margaret speaking to you from Serena. Who would you like to call to, Chief? Joe Steiner, Cole Askin Productions. Oh yeah, the Wade Creek's WK107 radio station. Just a moment, please. I guess we have to call the radio station and ask him to play some classical music. Line is busy, Chief. Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Does the station only have one line? Yes, Chief. I'll try again later. Well, shit. So there was also Ruskin Productions and Joe's Diner as options as well, but I don't think that calling them will do us any good. Oh, I was just thinking that. Could we wash the teddy bear by putting it inside the washing machine? The washing machine stopped working years ago. Ah, okay. The clothes in the basket are floating in a mixture of mold and water. You don't want to stick your hand in there. Do we want to stick the bear in there? You thought it would be a good idea, but it's not. Okay. Shelves. It's all useless, you don't need anything from there. Stove. A layer of rust coats the metal stove and the little door probably won't budge because of it. In any case, you don't need to open it. A sink. It can't be used. The faucet has been ripped off. You don't need to look in the mirror right now, and it seems to be broken anyway. A ladder. The steps would not be able to support your weight due to their poor condition. It would be dangerous to climb on it. Okay, folks, I'm afraid that for the first time in this game, I'm stuck. Not really sure how to proceed from here. This is the first time, I think. I just got an idea. How about if we try to wash the teddy bear using the clean holy water here? Hopefully Father Adamson doesn't mind. It's probably the purest, clearest water you have seen since you are in Serena. Well, let's try this. Let's baptize the teddy bear. If your intention is to desecrate the water of the baptismal font, the most logical thing would be not to do so in the presence of Father Adamson. Well, shit, I thought so, but... Okay, but at least we know that we are supposed to wash the teddy bear here, I think. But how to get rid of Father Adamson? Father, yeah. Actually, never mind, I have an idea. You are not willing to confess all your miseries to a stranger, even less so if he's going to give you homework afterwards. Well, yeah, but if he goes to the confessional, then we can wash the bear. Oh, I didn't want to leave. Father Adamson still remembers who the last person to confess was. That was many years ago, before the entire population of Serena turned its back on religion. So how do we have... I believe that we have to get Father Adamson to the confessional, and then, if not ourselves, then we have to get someone else in there too. Bring someone back to the church. Bring someone back to the church so we can use the baptismal font here. Are there any other possible clean water sources anywhere? Any sources of clean and fresh water anywhere in this town? I tried the lake or the river here already, but it's not clean enough. Let's see, there was nothing over here. Can't get to the cemetery. Main Street. I don't think there was. The Serena Gazette? No. How about the police station? How about this water cooler? Whatever is inside, the dispenser hasn't been in water for a long time. There's a typo there, I think. It is now a green, viscous liquid. So they haven't changed the water. You can't wash the stuffed animal in there. Well, shit. It may have to be the holy baptismal water. And the faucet here doesn't work. I'm wondering, is this the guy who is having that very long phone call to the radio station right now? And he's the one who is spreading that theory about Salem witches and how this missing kid is related to the other missing kid from years ago and so on and so forth. Radio. In a telephone call, a guy is theorizing that the disappearance of the Jordan girl is connected to that of Mary Elizabeth Hellman in 1975. He also has the theory that Serena's entire history of misfortune is due to the fact that one of the witches in the Salem trials was originally from Serena. The host cuts her call off and says, "Just a reminder that you can call us at 555-3231 if you have any information about the disappearance of Sarah Jordan." Yeah, we just tried to call them. You notice in her voice that she is wishing the person on the air would just get his call over with. Is this the guy? If so, how do we get rid of him? Matt Fridley talks non-stop. You can barely hear what he's saying. However, you can catch a few stray words through the cabin vents. What are those words? That's what I want to know. Nothing else on the booth itself that interests me, or us. If your idea is to get Matt Fridley out of the booth, try something else. Okay. Teddy bear. No. Ah, this. There we go. I have to go, Cynthia. I can't breathe. I will try to call back. I still have lots more to say. I'm sure you do. Okay, there we go. Now can we go in there? You notice that there are still particles of insecticide floating inside, so you don't dare go inside. Well, shit. If you want to make a call, you can use the police station phone. Ah, yeah, that's true. Okay, so now let's go to the police station and make that call to the... Oh, shit, I didn't want to walk in here. But yeah, let's go and make that call to the radio station. Do we still have the... No, we don't. We lost the item there, so we don't need it anywhere else. We would like to talk to Wade Creek's radio station. WK107, Dark speaking. Are you calling to go on air and provide information about Sarah Jordan's disappearance? No, actually, I think the program is dragging on a bit. Shouldn't you be airing the classical hour already? No can do, my friend. We are in the middle of a news special. I've been listening to it. You just had a guy on air for I don't know how long who didn't contribute a single thing. I know the way that the media loves to gloat over stories that can be done within 5 minutes. You don't hear anything on the other end of the line, and you start to think that this was not the best way to convince WK107 to air Florence Eastman's favorite show. Hello? Listen up, buddy. We believe we are providing a public service by attempting to gather as much information as possible about this poor girl. I have no doubt about that, but there is just no information to gather. Chief Bowman has not been able to find her, and he does not have any leads either. How did you know that? Because I know the chief, and we are a deputy. So the best thing you can do is to wrap up the news special and resume the regular schedule. Can I be honest with you? Please. This is a small radio station. It is very difficult for us to generate our own content, so this is a huge opportunity for us. Do you want content? I can give you content. I am a Hollywood screenwriter. You can interview me if you wish. Hollywood screenwriter? What films have you written? Does lunatic ring any bells? Wait a minute. You are the screenwriter of one of the highest grossing films this season. I'm sure you have a lot to tell the listeners. Yes, I'm Alan Goldberg. You can check the credits. And you would really give us an interview? Yes, as long as you air the classical hour when I hang up. Consider it done, my friend. Damn, he sure believed us very quickly. I mean, we could be lying about our name. We could be literally anyone. But anyway, can you drop by the station tonight? Shall we say 9 o'clock? Perfect. You can't see Doc, but right now he's tapping on the glass of the booth, letting Cynthia, the announcer, know that the newscast is over. Alright, Mr. Goldberg. We look forward to seeing you tonight. It will be my pleasure. Much to your own surprise, you realize that you wouldn't have a problem giving an interview to a small radio station. Oh, really? I was expecting that it would be annoying to you. What's going on with you, Alan? A day earlier you would have turned down even the Hollywood Reporter. Still, you know that the interview won't happen. You have too much to do. So we lied. We are not going there. Such as talking to Bill Eastman. Damn straight. So let's go to Bill Eastman. Hey, I know that song. And Florence seems to be in peace now. She has calmed down. Ahem. Florence has calmed down, so I can attend to you now. How can I help you, Goldberg? I'll get straight to the point. I'm looking for Edward Keller's lost film, and apparently you were the person who brought attention to it. Keller, yes. That was a long time ago. At the time, he was considered a counterculture icon thanks to his film Bloody Mind Games. He was an interesting character with an intriguing aura. All the press wanted to interview him, but nobody could find him. I pulled a few strings until I found out where he was. Had a chat with him, but never transcribed the interview. Okay, why was the interview never published? When I came to Serena, I was long burned out from Los Angeles, its pace of life, and my job at the magazine. I met Florence on my first day in Serena. We fell head over heels for each other and started to make plans. Meanwhile, I was hounding Keller for an interview until I finally succeeded. I called the newsroom, gave them a vague summary of Keller's words, and resigned from my position at Variety so I could start a new life. I'm surprised anyone knows about that film. As far as I know, the magazine never published anything about it. But it is known that you made that call. It's part of the reason there's a whole legend around that movie. I guess collectors have been chasing after it, right? Exactly. Are you one of them, Goldberg? No, but there's a millionaire who will change my life if I get that movie. Let me guess. The fairy godmother. Close enough. The Sister of Mercy. Damn right. I wanted to write an article about her, but I couldn't gather enough evidence to corroborate who she was. It's Helen Westmore, right? Yup. I knew it. So, did you get to see that film? No. Keller said that he only had one more scene to go, and the movie would be finished. It is rumored to be the scariest movie in history. Well, maybe that's partly my fault. I exaggerated a bit when I called the newsroom. Yeah, as they always do. Journalists. But I might not have been too far from the truth. Keller was immensely talented. There is no horror film that can compare to his debut feature. But that lost film, I don't think it was very conventional. It was shot in Serena with a small 16mm camera, without direct sound. There were no actors either. I guess it was a work of a somewhat experimental nature, but I never doubted for a moment that it would make audiences tremble with fear. That man was a genius. Who could have the film? I read about his death in the Serena Gazette, but there was nothing about the film in the article. He probably hid it somewhere and took the secret with him to his grave. I would have liked to read that interview. It might give me more leads as to the location of the film. I recorded the interview, Goldberg. It's still in my tape recorder. It was the last time I ever used it. Want to hear it? Of course. Just give me a minute. I think I know where I put it. Florence is entranced by the music coming from the radio. From time to time, she flashes an indulgent smile. Well, that's nice. One day I saw him in the bar. I don't know how much he had drunk, but he could barely stand upright. He was lucid, yes, but completely drunk. He had already denied me the interview several times, but I took advantage of his condition and tried one last time. And it worked. This is what he said. First of all, I want to thank you for granting me this interview. It's well known that you are not fond of them. Oh hey, so this is the younger version of Bill Eastman. He kind of reminds me of Robert Pattinson. More specifically from the film The Lighthouse. But anyway. My work speaks for me. I'll leave the recorder here between us, if that's okay. What did you say you wanted to drink? Whiskey. Are you sure? Haven't you already had a few? Who cares? I'm already dead. Oh yeah, he's having some sort of a cancer, I believe, and he's dying to that. I'm sorry, what? I have cancer. Yeah, I was right. I'm not going to last long. I'm sorry. Are you getting some kind of therapy? Oh yes, I definitely am. Look at that. Creepy grin. Alright, and what is the child having? Child? Who are you calling a child, bozo? Who the heck is that? I'm old enough to drink. Okay, sorry. A beer. Whiskey and beer, okay. Waiter, a whiskey and 2 beers, please. Shall we begin? You have been spotted around Serena shooting with a small 16mm camera. No crew, and... No crew? What about me? Please excuse my assistant director. He is young and impulsive. Yes, what are you shooting exactly? My new film. It will be different from Bloody Mind Games. Smaller, less conventional, but really terrifying. What do you feel when you watch a horror movie? Fear. Anguish. But as soon as the projection is over, it all fades away. It is a false sensation. And that can be considered a failure for any director. You want to go further? I am going further. Here you go, gentlemen. 1 whiskey and 2... What the fuck are you doing, Patrick? Rolling a joint. Problem? I'm not going to let you smoke that hippie shit in here. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Everybody is smoking. Yeah, but not that shit. Wait outside, Patrick. I'm taking a beer. This isn't over, Gene. Watch your back. Jesus. All those threats for a mere joint? Damn kid, always making trouble. When you say that you are going further, what do you mean? More blood? More killings? That's for amateurs. I have found a way to shoot a film that have the audience feel the true essence of fear. They won't be safe during the screening, and if they make it out alive, they will carry that fear with them for the rest of their lives. And I will feed on their fears. That terror will make me, Edward Keller, transcend. I will be immortal. Wow, that'll make for a pretty good tagline. Do you think I'm joking? Do I look like I don't take my job seriously? Can you see why I don't give interviews? You are not ready to hear the truth. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Please accept my apologies. When will we be able to watch this film? It's almost ready. All that's left is to shoot the big final scene. The one that will make... I think I'm wasting my time with you. I'm leaving. I didn't mean to offend you. Please stay. Guess he didn't stay. What an asshole. Yes, he didn't inspire much sympathy in the town. Who was that kid in the recording? Patrick Robinson. I had completely forgotten about him. He was a troubled orphan who used to run around Serena. Keller became fond of him and took him on, or took him in as an assistant. If he helped make the film and Keller is dead, he may be the only person who knows of its whereabouts. Probably. What happened to him? Is he still hanging around Serena? He wasn't quite right in the head. He set himself on fire. Jesus. Did he die? No, he managed to survive. It's said that he lives in a caravan in the middle of the forest. In a forest, huh? And if the locals know, they won't tell you. They sleep better knowing that Patrick can no longer cause any more harm in this town. Tommy? What was that, darling? Tommy, the village idiot. He does his grocery shopping for him every week and takes it to him. Bill Eastman's eyes begin to water. It's been a long time since he last heard his wife's warm, soothing voice. Find Tommy. He's a tall, rather peculiar guy. You'll know who he is when you meet him. I'm glad you came, but if you'll excuse me, it's been a long time since Florence. I understand. Go to your wife. Thank you for the information. Good luck on your search. Thank you. How do you feel, darling? Do you like this music, Bill? Oh yes, I love it. Okay, well let's leave these two alone here and have their moment. No new locations, by the looks of it, but that's just fine. So we need to find this Patrick guy, or not Patrick, well Patrick too, yes, but first we have to find Tommy, because he knows where Patrick is. But who is Tommy and where he is, I don't know. I don't know. It's not Gordon Daggett. Maybe Father Adamson knows? Maybe. Maybe he knows. But how long have I been playing? Quite a long time. Over an hour, I believe. So I'm gonna end this episode here. And in the next episode, well, let's try to look for this Tommy guy and then ask him if he can lead us to Patrick. And once we get to Patrick, we'll ask him about Edward Keller and his last film. So, until then, thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Nightmare Frames.